21st week in ordinary time, Tuesday reflection. Hypocrite. My dear friends, the word hypocrite comes from the Greek understanding. In Greek drama, the actors and actresses, they wear masks. So they wear masks to show, and the chorus would sing. They never spoke. So their real faces were hidden. That's how this hypocrite word is connected to actor. So today the Lord is saying, Pharisees, you hypocrites, because they pretend. They are so much worried about the external way of doing things. They are so much worried about others, way others look at themselves. So more than their internal disposition, external appreciation, external way of looking was important. That's exactly where the Lord is saying, you hypocrites. Now, once your inside is done, when you don't have an inner chamber, when the Lord asks them to pray, go inside your room, close the door and pray secretly. The Father who sees you secretly. So that secret should be there inside. So when you are empty within, you have to have something even without. So that's where you begin to impress people, please people. Then what would happen? Though you are so worried about others, not about you. That's where at that time Jesus said, woe to you, the scribes and Pharisees, hypocrites, for you tithe mint and dill and cumin and have neglected the weightier matters of the law, justice and mercy. Now they are externally, they give the 10%. But then the Lord who sees your heart, not your hand. So that's exactly where your attitude matters. It should come with a relationship. Why you tithe, why you give 10%? Why? Because you have a relationship. That is done, that is gone. So you begin to relate to people then, to be in their good books, to get marks from them. That's where you lose your spirituality, your identity, my dear friends. That's why. So externally, to please people, you do things, but internally, justice and mercy are done. Those are the matters where the Lord is concerned about. These you ought to have done without neglecting the others. So there is nothing wrong with 10% and giving tithe and all that. But then the real value of doing things should be there. So sometimes we are so religious but not spiritual. This can be us also. Religion, we fulfill the customs and traditions, but your relationships is gone. So then we act, we dance according to people's whims and fancies, people's tune. We begin to please people. And then he says, you blind guides, straining out a net and swallowing a camel. Woe to you, scribes and Pharisees, hypocrites, for you clean the outside of the cup and the plate, but inside they are full of greed and self-indulgences. You blind Pharisees. So once you focus, your focus is outside, you clean the outside. What is inside? My dear friends, if you want to clean something, an ornament or something, a vessel, like ornament like a vessel, you just rub it, polish it outside. You are never concerned about inside. But then if you wash a cup or cup or pan, you wash both the sides, isn't it? That's how you should simply, when you wash inside, outside is automatically washed. That's where it should happen. And today in the gospel, in the first reading, we find another Pharisee who fell from the horseback and was blind and put to zero. And externally he was crushed. So that his focus became his inside. He's St. Paul. Saul was a Pharisee. And now Paul is speaking in Thessalonians. And he's clearly saying, you yourself know, brothers, that are coming to you as not in vain. But though we had already suffered and been shamefully treated at Philippi, as you know, we had boldness in our God to declare to you the gospel of God in the midst of much conflict. So nothing to pretend. It's clear. Because he is there to please God, not to please men. All because himself. So externally you have struggles, attacks, stumbling blocks. Will never stop your journey. Because it's power from within. But just as we have been approved by God to be entrusted with the gospel, so we speak not to please man, but to please God who tests our hearts. So that's what is matter. So this Pharisee is now changed. Now all his focus is inside. It's a relationship. So externally whatever you do shows his inside. It's coming from within. It's beautiful, my dear friends. So we speak. We never come with words of flattery, as you know, nor with a pretext for greed. Now see exactly the opposite way of doing things. Now there is no pretense, no flattery, just to please God, not to please men. God is witness. Nor did we seek glory from people, whether from you or from others, though we could have made demands as apostles of Christ. But we were gentle among you, like a nursing mother taking care of her own children. Now see, they are not there to get, but to give. Love for the community. Like a nursing mother. Mother loves the children. And it's a relationship. So they want to serve them. Not to be served. That is the depth of the relationship. Where they give themselves, sacrifice themselves. Not even in rejection. That should happen when you please God. Not men. But we were gentle among you, like the mother. So being affectionately desirous of you, we were ready to share with you not only the gospel of God, but also ourselves, because you had become very dear to us. Now, gospel and ourselves, see the connection. Earlier, it's dichotomy, paradox. Your life and your religion are two different things. Now, St. Paul is saying, we shared the gospel and ourselves. So their life has become a sermon. The way of life. So there's nothing to hide. It's not pretense. It's completely transparent life. They lived, they thought, they spoke what they thought. They did what they spoke. So that's exactly that connection what you should have. Think about your dividedness within. For what you are scared, why you are hiding, why you are covering things up. Because you don't have Jesus inside of you and have him in your life. Amen. May God bless you.